Hi, this is Jeff Owens with BnetTV, and we're at the Digital Showstoppers 2012 in New York City. Here with me today is Steve Isaacs with Touchfire, a great new device. Who better to explain it than you?
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Touchfire is the world's thinnest, lightest keyboard for an iPad. I have it on my iPad here right now. As you can see, well, you can't see it. That's because it's so thin it just barely exists. I'm going to open it up and show you. Here it is.
I don't know if our viewers can see this, but there's hardly a keyboard to see.
And even though Touchfire is so thin and light, what it allows you to do is rest your fingers on the keys. It gives you a really comfortable tactile feel. So now the keys are there. You can feel them, you can touch them, you can even type without looking at your iPad anymore. So you can use this to do email, Facebook, take notes in a meeting or notes in a class. All of a sudden your iPad is now a creation device.
And Touchfire has an interesting history. You were telling me earlier, and if you could share that with us again, how did this all begin?
Well, I've actually been in the tablet space for about 20 years. I was at a company which did one of the world's first tablet computers back in the late 80s. It was called Go. Then I went to Microsoft, and so I've been in tablets for a while. And they've never really taken off, as we know, until Apple came out with the iPad. And when I saw the iPad, I was just absolutely blown away. Everything had come together. It was perfect, except for typing, except for input. That was always been the biggest challenge. And it was so close, I was inspired to do Touchfire, to take it just that extra little bit, so that now typing on the iPad was a really comfortable experience. And I got thinking about it and, well, came up with Touchfire. It works in the cover, so you can store it in the cover of your iPad when you're not using it. You can roll it right up with the cover so it's out of the way, but it's always with you. So just like the way a smartphone now has a camera in it, your iPad now has something that you can type with in it, and it's with you wherever you go.
Yes, and this seems like a great option because not everybody wants to invest in a case that has a keyboard that they have to keep charged. This is a device that you could use without a case.
That's right. We actually include a little storage case with Touchfire if you want to store Touchfire off your iPad. Some people do, some people prefer that. Some third-party cases require that. But Touchfire works with most of the popular cases out there. Just as long as there's enough room on the surface of the iPad for Touchfire, you're good to go.
Well, this is great. And how do people get this product?
You go to our website, www.touchfire.com, and it's available for $49.99 right now. You can get it today.
Great, and this is an excellent idea. I've worked with people who have challenges using the sort of a illusion of a keyboard. Here you have something tactile that you can notice immediately on touching the silicon, the functionality. It seems like a great option if you want to have that keyboard.
Yeah, we've had people just go absolutely nuts with this. It's like their eyes are opening up for the first time. They can finally use their iPad for everything, not just consumption. It's been inspiring, actually.
And have you found that you can actually type faster and with less spelling mistakes?
Yeah, so what's interesting on an iPad, oh my God, you can type so much faster, and it's so much more comfortable, and of course it's much more accurate, but at the same time you get all of the iPad's built-in typing correction, and you can hit the spacebar twice and get the period. So it's actually built to work the way that the iPad works. Uses the same, almost like the DNA of the iPad. If you want to edit something, all you have to do is move your finger up half an inch and then you're editing. So we think that Touchfire is actually a whole new way of looking at typing. We think it's actually better than the way Bluetooth keyboards turn your iPad into a little mini laptop. That's not what Apple designed it for. They designed it for direct touch interaction, and that's what Touchfire is all about.
Well, this is great, and thank you, Steve Isaacs. Thank you for sharing this with us. This is Jeff Owens with BnetTV.